I do believe like this is it, y'all. I think this is it. I think this is it. Like, I think we're there. Hey y'all, I just be sitting at the house talking about stuff, so I was like, let me go ahead and let the folks know what is going on with the project. All right, stay tuned. Hey y'all, today is Thursday, March 24th. It's 4:22 p.m. I'm getting ready to meet with some of my actors to have a table read. Very low energy right now. I'm tired, and that's just what it is. Meeting with Trey, who plays Bart. Finally got somebody cast to play JoJo. Y'all know I've been trying to cast this person for literally over 2 years now. However, if you're not aware of this, let's take a little trip down memory lane real quick. I'm down to the very last scene that needs to be shot. We're going on like 2 years that it's taken me to shoot it. And actually, it's not even so much taking me to shoot it, it's taken me that long to cast it. I have not been able to cast one character. And it hasn't been for a lack of trying. I had one person initially in mind. I sent them the script. They were like, oh yeah, it sounds interesting. It sounds amazing. I want to do it. But they were out of town. They have a family and they weren't able to, come here to rehearse, to shoot, all that. So I was like, okay, fine. Person number one had a very valid excuse. Let's go on to person number two. Met up with this person. Told them about the project. They said they were very interested in shooting it and doing the project with me. Gave them the script. We set up a time to do the table read. They came, did the table read. They were on board. We set up a time to come back and it was that person and Trey. Set up a time to meet up again to rehearse. The day of, I think the person just did not show. Didn't communicate with me. Didn't say they weren't coming. Just didn't show. Reached out to him again. Oh yeah, I had some stuff going on. Understood. I do, would like if you could let me know, but I get it. This was, mind you, over like a year going back and forth. So I reached back out. I'm like, hey, this is just my last scene. I just really need you. Like, if you're gonna do this with me, this is the absolute last scene I have to film. Like, if you're gonna do it, just please, like, hey, let's go ahead and knock it out. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm down. I'm with it. I want to do it. I'm down. Cool. Once again, just not showing up. All right, keeping it moving. Let's talk about person number three. And then Tanika, she mentioned someone that we know, and she was like, well, what about this person? I was like, oh yeah, that would be great for the part. So I reached out to them. They were very excited, wanted to do it. They expressed some concerns they had. I assured them that it was a fine. And then I was like, okay, we can, get ready to put this thing into motion. Ended up unfortunately having some family members get sick. And so, I was like, okay, I understand that, things happen, priorities change. I'm praying for you and your family. And I just let him take care of that family, let him, the priorities, So right here, I'm wise enough to know that you wise enough to know that there's starting to be a little bit of a pattern going on here. And then I'm like, okay, well, let me go back to the second person. They actually did show interest. We actually met up and did the table read or whatever. So let me go back to that one and ask again. Went back to that guy. Oh, yeah, for sure. We'll get that done. Yeah. And I told him, I was like, hey, if you can't make this day, please just let me know ahead of time. So I'm not sitting around waiting on you or thinking that you're going to show up or something. He was like, oh yeah, for sure. I'll let you know. Did not respond, didn't reach out, didn't communicate, nothing. And I was just like, at this point, I'm just over it. I'm tired. It's taken me 2 years to even get somebody to actually show up. I'm like, this makes no sense. I'm like, this is a spiritual thing at this point. It's something, there's a block there. I can't move forward. There's something blocking this. So technically, since I went back to number two, we can call this next guy number four. So then that same day, I believe, I asked this other person, I reached out to this other person. He's an actor. He, this is his world. He's all in. And he was, he's interested and willing to work. But he's like, his only thing is that he's very busy, has a lot of projects popping off on his own, that he's, you know, this is something that he wants to do full time anyway, and he's got a lot of opportunities right now. So he was like, really, for me, it's just finding the time to do it. He's like, I'm interested, just, you know, kind of seeing if, he's like, I like helping out people that, you know, are doing creative work, but I just need to see if I have the time. Listen, I ain't even gonna hold this any longer than it has to be. He didn't have the time. So I reached out to the friend. He's, like I said, he's studied acting. This is his passion, what he loves to do. I told him, like, season 1 is already done. I don't need you for that, but I do have plans tentatively to bring you on for season 2. Just wanted to see if you'd be with it. And he's like, yeah. He was all in, volunteering to help, wanting to be, you know, involved however he could, in front of the screen and behind the screen, however. So I'm like, great, I got somebody, you know, that can help me with this. Awesome. While we were like right in that meeting that very day, he sent out you know, a message to someone to see if they could do it. He let me know, I believe it was later that night, that he'd found someone. I'm like, great, awesome. Like, initially, I think I got really excited, and then I think maybe I got excited that I had somebody helping me. I think that's what I was excited about, that he was proactive in helping me and took a little bit of weight off my shoulders. I was just ecstatic. He said the person was going to be able to do it. Yay, great. Real quick, right here, for anybody wondering, the reason why my eyes are closed is because I know if I open my eyes, look at the camera, I'm going to start crying, and I just wasn't in the crying mood. So that was Sunday. Monday morning, maybe like 8 o'clock this morning. Today's Monday, about 8 o'clock this morning, maybe like 12 hours ago. I received a text that, hey, the guy is no longer going to be able to do it. When I read it, I was just numb. Like, I really had no feelings. Because I just cut it off. I feel like there's a part of me, like, I'm like, on one hand, I'm like, God, I really believe you told me this. On the other hand, what the heck is going on that it's taking me over 2 years to shoot one little freaking 3-minute scene? If even that long, that's what's holding up this whole project. I could have put it out years ago, but one scene. Everybody that I'm asking, oh yeah, sure, I'm in. No, I'm not. Oh yeah, sure, I'm in. Don't show up. Oh yeah, sure, I'm in. Not gonna be able to do it. For years, like I can't. It puts me in this place. I'm like, God, I believe you told me to do this. Are you saying something different now? I'm like, I don't think, like, what are you saying to me right now? If the amount of time that it took me to shoot 6 whole episodes, it's taken that amount of time to even get one person to shoot one scene. Like, what is this place? Dang, me. Well, that was my sad little trip down memory lane, and yeah, let's go ahead and get on with this video. Now, this is the last and final scene we have to shoot, but I just couldn't get anybody to play JoJo or commit to it. I would get some people to say they would play JoJo, but then when it came time to actually show up, they didn't. So I do think that it's playing a part in my low energy. I think I don't want to get my hopes up. Like, I hate that I'm feeling that way, because, you know, I want to go in with a positive mindset, and I want to believe that this person is actually going to show up and, you know, be true to his word. We're supposed to be meeting in, what, 30 minutes? About 30 minutes, do the table read. And I had also someone else come along who has experience in film to just help me out, so it's not just me doing everything by myself. I'm hopeful that all of this will turn out right, but I think I don't want to say jaded, but I feel a type of way, like with just, you know, that whole thing, getting your hopes up and then being let down again. But I think this person is going to actually, I feel like he's going to do it. I feel like he's going to do it. I feel good about it. Y'all, I'm like shaking because I'm like nervous. I'm nervous and low energy, but I do, and I think that's another reason why I'm nervous, because I do believe that this person is gonna actually show up. Like, I do believe that. I do believe he's going to, part of me is nervous because I do, I'm really that nervous like that. Like, I do believe, like, this is it, y'all. I think this is it. I think this is it. Like, I think we're there. I think we're like, okay, this is it. It's done now. Like, and I think part of me is a little nervous about what that means. Like, I mean, I know what it means. I know it means I move on to the next thing, but I think when you've been sitting with, I'm doing a lot of thinking, huh? When you've been sitting with something so long, and I think, I don't want to say you give up hope that it's not going to happen, but, I'm looking for the other little thingy, the one I dropped. I'm not going to say you give up hope that it won't happen, but, like, you get so used to being in this place of trying. I'm running my words together, but I'm saying trying. You get so used to trying that anything else feels foreign. Like actually excelling and exceeding and finishing and thriving, that kind of feels like a world that you're not used to. Like I said at one point, which is a very horrible way of thinking, but I felt at one point, I'm like, I'm used to disappointment. I know how to deal with disappointment. Like, it hurts really bad and I don't want to have to deal with it. But at least I know how to deal with that emotion. I know how to deal with it. I know how to deal with it. I get off to myself, get some solitude. Start praying, fasting, like just getting into like my relationship with God. And then I'm okay. Like, I know how to deal with that. I know how to get back to okay from that point. But when you get to the point that you've overcome and you're no longer trying, you're no longer, you know, you're just in it and sailing, smooth sailing, and things are actually good. Like, I think that is a little bit foreign to me. That's sad to say, but I think it is. So I'm a little bit nervous about this. I believe it's going to be good. I believe this is going to be it. I believe it's going to work out. But I think there's a part of me that is a little bit like, wow, you've been striving for this for a really long time and now it's here. This place is new. Like, I know disappointment. I know striving. I know trying. I know pushing forward. I know that place. But this new place of done, complete, here, I don't know that place. Like, that's a whole other journey for me. And I guess it's not as deep and melodramatic as I'm making it out to be. But then on the other hand, for me, this isn't just a web series. Like, this is something bigger. And so it's like, I had a friend, one of my friends, she was a parole officer for years. And I remember she had one of her parolees that he was like keeping up confusion, you know, he would just do little stuff. And I think he got out and ended up going back to jail, and he told her, he was like, I don't know how to live outside of jail. I don't know how to live on my own. I've not done it before. You know, I don't know what it is to wake up whenever I want to, shower when I want to, get my own job and provide for myself. I don't know that. I only know this life where somebody else is telling me. Like if they tell me, all right, get up, time to go brush your teeth, my teeth get brushed because somebody told me to. Or they say, get up, it's time for a shower, get up, here's your dinner, it's time to eat. Like, I know how to do that when somebody tells me to, but if no one is telling me to, then I don't know how to live that life. It's chaotic for me. I don't know how to create my own order for myself. I don't know how to do these things. So it's easier to just go back to the order of prison, of jail. And so I think that's kind of where I am, that yes, freedom is better. Yes, complete is better. Yes, that's what I want. But still, I don't know how to live in that place. And once again, anxiety is about worrying about things in the future that haven't happened yet, that may or may not happen. Like, don't do that. Don't be worrying about things that is in the future that may or may not happen, because you can psych yourself out and start getting some other place. So don't even think about that. Don't go there. Take no thought for tomorrow. So yeah, we're gonna go do the table read. Hopefully all the guys will get here on time, or hopefully not, and they postpone. No, I'm lying. I don't want them to postpone. I want them to show up. Y'all believe that? I gotta get my nerves together before they come, because I don't feel good. I hate these nerves. I don't hate them. I just don't like them. Okay, let me get up and stop this so I can be prepared. Yeah. All right. So I'm pretty sure you can tell by like just my mood in this video that I was getting to a point where I was just like really fed up and done with these guys. And when I got to that point, I had to check myself, because I can't let that kind of stuff just sit on my heart. So I had to, even though I didn't feel it completely at the time, I had to go ahead and pray and forgive these guys. As you can see, when I was messaging Trey, I had to forgive these guys because I know that's what God is going to hold against me. So I prayed and I said, God, for whatever reason that these guys committed to something and didn't do it, Lord God, I forgive them for hurting me, because it did hurt me. And I even said, God, I pray for each one of these men that you give them integrity, that their yea be yea and their nay be nay, that what they say they actually mean and that they would do, and give them the integrity to actually follow through on the things they commit to. And I said, I forgave them. I released them into God's mercy and God's grace so I can move forward. It still kind of stings a little bit, but I can't get stuck there.
And I want you to give it all you got. Tonight, you're not going to leave the same. Tonight, you'll never see it again. Tonight, the pattern has been broken. Tonight, the cycle has been broken. Tonight, it has ended. Tonight, the curse has been broken. Tonight, you're in your new season.
Thank you, Jesus.
Tonight, when you leave out of this door, everything changes. Tonight, you won't see it again.
Yeah.
Tonight, affliction will not rise up against you a second time. Tonight, the enemies that you saw before, you will see no more. Tonight, it is over.
And I believe that, Father. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Jesus. because I know it's already done. I know that when you gave me the vision, everything was already there. You are the God of completion. You are the God that finishes. So nothing that you have told me to do has missing parts. Nothing that you have told me to do has missing parts.